First at 6, the ongoing controversy surrounding the celebrity chef. The young chef has restaurants around the world and a huge following online and off.
Quite a protest outside this Brickell Avenue restaurant today. I must confess, until a day or so ago, I had never heard of the celebrity chef Salt Bae.
A Boston restaurant opened by social media star Salt Bae has been shut down for violating safety guidelines.
Salt Bae. You might have heard of or even seen Salt Bae online, but who or what is Salt Bae? In 1983, Nurset was born in Palasali, a village in Turkey, to a Kurdish family with 5 other children. His father was a mine worker, but due to such poor financial conditions, he was forced to leave school in the 6th grade, aged between 11 and 12. He then went on after leaving school to work as a butcher in a district of Istanbul. From 2007 and 2010, thanks to a bank loan, he travelled to many parts of the world working in local restaurants for free to gain experience as cook and also to become a restaurateur. In 2010, he returned to Istanbul and later opened a Dubai restaurant in 2014, making his dreams come true. Now, it was only a small restaurant, but it did have a very good reputation, along with very good reviews, and also catered a few famous people. It wasn't until in 2017 he became truly known to the world as Salt Bae, and known for sprinkling salt down his arm onto the meat, until one of his viral posts was viewed over 16 million times, at which point he was officially known as Salt Bae. Due to his videos going viral, he seized the chance to expand enormously and served many celebrities and politicians from around the world. And by the time we get to 2017, Salt Bae had 7 restaurants all over the world. Now, the majority of us, if presented with this rare opportunity, would do a number of things. Firstly, you'd make sure your products you were selling was the very, very best it could be, and also along with the very best service and prices, which would keep your customers coming back for more. However, despite the international fame, early professional reviews in 2018 of his New York steakhouse were generally negative. The New Yorker's Post, Steve Kuzo, called the restaurant public ripoff #1, and Joshua David Stein, writing for GQ, called the steakhouse mundane and the hamburgers overcooked. Other critics described the dish as oversalted as they are overpriced. The meat was tough with globs of fat and gristle and severely lacking in flavour. Other reviews said that finishing a meal there constitutes some kind of personal victory over your own body and mouth. Other reviewers described the dining experience as overpriced. The spectacle with which Salt Bae performed his tableside preparations, however, garnered a more positive reception by eaters. Robert Seitersman states, "If you are intent on judging New York New Branch only as a steakhouse, you'll probably be disappointed. If, on the other hand, you see the place as dinner theatre, you'll find it satisfying, but only if Salt Bae is in the house." Salt Bae's Manhattan Burger Bar, once dubbed New York's worst restaurant, closed in 2023, 3 years after opening. In September 2018, a failed show caused a fire in a steakhouse in Istanbul, in which a Czech internet personality resulted with 35% total body surface area burns. Several other guests also faced less serious body burns. A video of September 2018 showing Salt Bae's serving food to the Venezuelan president at an Istanbul restaurant was criticized because of food shortages in Venezuela. Protests erupted at his Miami restaurant as a result. In November 2019, 4 of Salt Bae's former employees accused him of taking a share of their tips. They alleged that they were fired from his New York restaurant when they tried to ask questions about the tips. A trial was set to take place to investigate the issue until Salt Bae reached a settlement with his former employees and paid them $230,000. Explaining why he had fired them, he said, "I was not satisfied with the performance of the 4 employees. Since they were fired, they acted with the feeling of, look, we are going to do what you did to us, and put forward these tip allegations." In late September 2020, his restaurant in Boston was ordered to close by public health officials several days after it opened due to violations of COVID-19 safety standards. It reopened in early October 2020. In October 2021, Salt Bae came under scrutiny from the British media over a £37,000 bill for a meal at one of his UK restaurants. After the 2022 FIFA World Cup final between Argentina and France in December 2022, Salt Bae was again the focus of online criticism after joining the Argentina players on the field post-match, disturbing the players, biting the medals and handling the trophy, a gesture reserved for the winners and heads of state. As a result, FIFA launched an investigation into Salt Bae's actions after the final. In February 2024, it was reported that Salt Bae's Knightsbridge restaurant in London, which serves steaks priced at almost £700, was turning off the heating while pre-tax profits rose 44% to almost $3.3 million in 2022, as turnover soared almost 66% to a $13.6 million. In September 2024, however, the restaurant reported a $4.2 million drop in revenues from the 13.6 to 9.3, with profits falling from 3.3 million to 2.2 million. In April 2023, the same London restaurant also faced accusations that former staff members were the victims of tip theft and discrimination, according to an investigation carried out by the Business Insider Financial and Business News website. But it doesn't stop there. Many more restaurants have closed, and there are even more wild examples of bills for meals going into tens of thousands. One viral video shows a customer getting a bill for €140,000, or in dollars, that would be just over $160,000. Yeah, that's right, $160,000 for a single meal. One thing Salt Bae created was the gold steak, a steak wrapped in edible gold leaf, and yep, you guessed it, this gives Salt Bae the chance to really charge hundreds and hundreds of dollars for what was once a $20 steak. Apparently, reviews had said that the gold leaf has no impact on the taste, texture, or quality of the meat in any way. Just hits a lot harder in your pocket when you get the bill. There was one instance of a group that had gone for a meal and placed their order, and then happy to eat the meal, only to find out that each person that had ordered a steak was charged $1,000 each, as the staff said they had ordered the gold steak, whereas the customers said they'd ordered normal steaks and were very unhappy. But all well establishments do, the restaurant managed to resolve the whole issue by calling the police on the customers. Now, if I were a customer and I got charged for something I hadn't ordered, and then the police came to arrest me, I'd never want to go back there again. And so with a string of issues such as this, you are more than likely to find out if you were going to go to one of Solvay's restaurants. If there's one near you still open, you'll likely find there are very few, if any, customers currently there. It's a little like the Robin Hood in a way. He stole from the rich and he kept every penny for himself, as well as a number of allegations of tip-taking from staff as previously mentioned. Even though he became to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars and owns his own private jet, he couldn't even be bothered to go see his own mother for 2 years. Even worse, when he did go, he didn't even take the sunglasses off. Now, in 2025, companies have stopped inviting him. Famous locations turn away at the door. No one wants to be seen or associated with Solvay, as it now brings those companies bad press that they just don't want. This tied with the fact there could be many more lawsuits and big problems coming along down the road, along with the huge prices he charges the customers now choosing to save the money and dine elsewhere, even with his hundreds of millions. With no new money coming in through the doors, it's only a matter of time until he either has to make a huge U-turn on how he operates or make the tough decision to close all the doors for good and walk away with whatever he has left at that point. So I do hope you like this video. It took a long time to research. If you would be kind enough to leave a like, and if you would subscribe, I would very much appreciate it. Well, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye for now.